Welcome to Peace Skill number 8, Gently Move Past the Story. This is perhaps the most difficult of all the peace skills because basically, let's be honest, people don't want to move past their story. They're angry and they want to stay angry. Some people stay angry their entire lives at the same person or the same event, and they just keep recalling it. And they don't want to move forward. Even people who are what you might categorize as loving people who want to have good lives, it's still hard for them to move past their story. Think of the thing that causes you the most pain in your life. A relationship, let's say. How many times have you rehearsed that relationship? If you're like me, the answer is so many times that you're probably bored to tears within your own self of even thinking of it anymore, and yet it keeps coming up. Because the forgiveness is hard, you still hurt, you're still angry, they haven't changed, they haven't forgiven, they haven't apologized. So getting past the story is like climbing over a 15-foot wall as a peace master. And the key is this: you can't make it happen. Peace is a process. All you can do is keep leading people to that wall and point out that there is actually a door that they can walk through to go past that, what looks like a 15-foot wall. And that door will always be available to them, and you're going to be the one that gently helps them find that door that moves from conflict to peace. So, for example, somebody's real angry, and there's a lot of ways you can approach this. You might say, how interested are you in moving past this frustration, this conflict, this anger? Now that's an honest question, and if you ask it neutrally, as an observer, detached, it can cause somebody to think, hey, I really don't want to get past this. And then you can laugh at them, because it is funny, isn't it, when somebody admits they don't want to get past a conflict? And they may say, you know what, I shouldn't have to try to get past this. I'm so angry, they need to apologize to me. So now they're going back into venting their feelings again, and so you're going recycling back into loving them, listening, unconditional positive regard, observer, loving, encouraging, loving speech. But each time you're gently moving them closer and closer to the, how long do you really want this conflict to last? How happy are you with what you're repeating to yourself about this? Can you imagine being, and then here's a trick love question. Can you imagine being on the other side of this conflict? Now that's a trick question because it's moving us to the next peace skill, which is exploring solutions for unity and justice. All it is like giving somebody an invitation to a party, and it's up to them whether they want to come to the party. Can you imagine having this conflict being over and what might develop in the future towards peace? No, I think that's impossible. That would never happen. And you know what? I hope I never see this person again. Well, now, they're not moving past their story, are they? But on the other hand, they might, when you say to them, what do you envision of where you'd like to be a year from now on this issue? Do you want to stay in this position? And I'm not judging that. I'm trying to just hear what your heart is saying. Do you want to be angry for another week, another year? What do you envision happening beyond that? You're giving them something to think about, and notice the tone of my voice, the loving speech. And you're actually, you have to be an observer and neutral and detached, because it doesn't really matter what their answer is. Whatever their answer is okay. It's part of the peace process. I'm not ready to think about healing. I'm not ready to think about a solution. That's fine. Or, I don't think a solution is possible. Or, I don't even want to even think of that. I hate them. I hate this situation so much, and it's so wrong what they did, and then boom, they're regurgitating the story again. So, you, as a peace master, are constantly taking steps gently to help them move past their story. It's going to be the biggest challenge you have as a peace master. It is not a task to accomplish. That's not the objective. You're not successful when you've done that. You're successful when you've created a process that enables them to move in the direction of moving past their story, that supports their heart in doing that. And if you have to create that process 100 times over the space of 100 years, that's better than any other approach to peacekeeping, in my humble opinion, because you will get there. Softness and patience and love break down all conflict, because softness and patience and love is peace. See you at the next Peace Skill.